Well, how is he? He's still in deep sleep. I've never seen anything like this before. For a common dark spell, I can't seem to dispel it. How could this have happened? Isn't he like one of the most powerful mages alive? How can he lose? He's not invincible, you know. Whatever caused this is on a whole other level. Probably that of an old god. In any case, we have to do our part and assure his safety. Any business he had with you, you'll just have to deal with it on your own. I'm sorry, but we will try to come to your aid as soon as possible. Great. Now what do I do? Bingo! I need to review you. Well, we can't do anything about it but leave this in the hands of the Kirin Tor. As for that warlock, we just need to be ready. If he's after me, then like hell I'm gonna give him an opportunity. But for now, let's just get back to business.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you when the feeling goes. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
Bingo was one of those movies that truly defined the character and his pet genre, more so a boy and his dog, which could only mean one of two things. It'll be an emotional struggle between friendship and the everyday problems of life, or a silly family comedy with people I either wish I knew to talk about, or people I wouldn't give a damn about anyway. Well, you know where this will go, so will it at least be funny to the point where it's tolerable? Find out in... well, actually right now. We start out at the circus, where our main animal lead, Bingo, happens to work, alongside disgruntled ringleader Steve and his wife Ginger. And even though it looks like he's respected around here, he's actually treated like crap.
Good for nothing. Flea-ridden, worm-carrying cyst. Look what you've done. Remember this? You want to go back in this? You remember where I found you?
I'm going to stuff you in the bag and drown you upstream, you stupid dog! Of course, he's forced to use him when one of the poodles has an infected paw, which soon leads to us getting a flashback to how he became afraid of fire.
Just get as many as you can. I'm not gonna get them all. It's spreading too fast.
Now this is actually a legitimately touching moment, which they proceed to overkill with an oversized gravestone of the mother. What, was she very well liked at the pet store? Although, why would they allow Puppy Bingo to be stuffed in a bag? Makes you wonder what's going on with his life. So he runs off, which causes Crazy Steve here to get really angry.
Steve, you don't know what you're doing. It's about time I did the world and him a big favor.
Oh snap! Quick! Somebody's saying Shelby coming around the mountain! It's the only way to stop him!
Cover! No, Bingo. Not covers. Escape. Run for freedom. No, you idiot. You're right. Let's kill him.
Yay, heel turn! So after escaping, we cut to our main character, Chucky, played by Robert Steenmiller Jr. Judging from the fact he's not as energetic as his brother and friends, he must be our boy who needs a pet in order to improve his sad, boring life.
What are you afraid of, Dorkmeyer?
Nothing!
Then what are you waiting for?
Your farts to evaporate.
Come on, guys. He's choke.
Huh, usually the shades always work. Bingo shows up, and after performing CPR, yes, he actually knows CPR and even manages to get the water out of him, he proceeds to, huh? What is with this dog? First CPR and now drying clothes after stripping them off a little boy? What else did Steve teach him? Today I'll show you how to hotwire a vehicle using wire clippers and gum. And rather than question how the dog can do all these things, he simply thanks him and makes him his BFF. Rather too quickly, but whatever. And then... Bear! We then take the time to see Chucky's family, including Hal Devlin, a soon-to-be former Broncos place kicker who seems to love exposing his right foot. And yes, you see it more than you see Brad Jones's foot in a single review.
What do you have to make everything so difficult for, Natalie? He'll show up.
And if he's locked himself inside the pet store again?
We leave him there. No, I will not be sandbagged on this.
What a great parent he is. I wonder if he beats him with bags of footballs as well. And of course, the bear is still in the area, which means the two are stuck all night. Wouldn't that be a good story to tell when you got home? Saved by a dog, but then nearly eaten by a bear? I'm sure that can explain the absence.
Doesn't anybody want to know where I was? Do I need to appear in a milk carton first?
Finish your...
Or they can simply not give a damn and have the children flip the bird. What's the rating on this movie again? PG? Okay, I'll hold you up to it, as I'm sure you know what you're doing. Naturally, Chucky wants to hide Bingo from everybody, and after some pointless padding involving Bingo finding a waterbed and Chucky coming out of school, we see the two having fun. Now this is fine and all, but it just seems a little too easy that this kid can get away with being with the dog and already have an improved life. I guess you could say it's countered with the separation later on, but still. How is nobody saying anything? I'm sure Chicky would have learned from his friends about how a dog beat his brother in an arcade game. Though after the family starts noticing something strange going on, including stepping barefoot in poop, they get suspicious.
Something got into my cold cream. And something chewed my citizenship award.
And something soiled our driveway.
Goldilocks? What, you don't see it? It doesn't matter though, because Hal got traded to the Green Bay Packers, which means it's time to move. And apparently this has been happening a lot. Good to know now instead of earlier when it could have been a personal problem on the kids that we could probably build on.
Green Bay, I knew it! Talk about quick on the trigger!
Hey, at least you're on a good team, unlike the one you're playing later.
Screw him! Don't worry, fella, you're coming with me.
Oh, PG rating, you certainly love pushing the envelope. What else can you get away with? Oh no. Oh god, no. Yeah, when this movie couldn't get any dumber, they screw the pooch. Literally. Sadly, due to over-drinking the champagne, Bingo was late for the ride to Green Bay, which causes a reckless chase.
Arrivederci, Rover.
So, there was a dog, huh?
Yes, there was a dog. Now stop the damn car!
You sure this is PG? When are kids allowed to swear? So Bingo loses them and spends a few minutes on the road, blocking traffic long enough for the cop to show up, finds out that he was drinking, and give him a line test. What, you didn't know they did that for dogs? Well, you do now. Bingo then comes across a signpost that happens to have Chucky's scent. Turns out he's leaving a trail for him, not by dropping small possessions that can leave his scent. No, he literally peed on that post for all of us to see. PG rating my ass, you wouldn't get away with half the stuff that the child characters are doing now, and that's the audience watching this movie. This act continues even at a fast food joint, which after taking another piss, he explores the inside of the place. Oh my god, it's a secret Mix-Max facility! They really are using animals for their sausages! I should have known sooner!
Oh, so it wasn't blessed by Ronald McDonald. So what? In France, you know, they eat horses. And venison, that has a kind of a gamey taste, too. Oh, it's nothing a little mustard can't fix.
It might be fine in other countries, no offense to them by the way, but here you can't do that! You should be calling the authorities! How the hell they've been getting away with this for so long is just... ugh! Naturally, Bingo ends up there after passing out from dehydration, and the only way out is by digging while the other dogs keep watch with mirrors. Okay. Now this would have been fine had they just throw them in a cage afterwards and escaped, but this movie likes to one-up those situations, and by that, I mean they throw them in a cage in the back of a truck in which they proceed to push right into the side of their restaurant. I get the intention, but locking them up would have been just fine. You didn't need to go too far. Soon Bingo comes across a couple of carjackers, one named Lenny and the other Eli. Gee, I wonder if they'll be our villains for the movie.
He's smart too, huh? What's smart about waking up the whole damn countryside?
Don't mind Eli. His bark's worse than his bite.
Meanwhile, at the hotel room of chaos,
You been? It's your turn to snap. I know. He's been leaving a piss trail for that stupid dog of his.
Bite my boxers!
Chucky, suck my sock. Chicky.
Hey, you should talk. That dog is smarter than you. In fact, he's smarter than his whole family.
they're creepy and they're kooky, so awkward and so nasty. They're all together loopy, the Devlin family. Their life is such a mess, you wouldn't want to meet 'em. This foot is such a scram, the Devlin family.
You got any chips, lady?
Of course, it's always the nerds who get it. This prompts Bingo to try and save them, first by calling the police. I won't call bullcrap here because there have been cases where animals have called for help, but I will call bullcrap for this.
Give me your pencil. It's Morse code.
1. Why does he know Morse code? 2. How did he learn Morse code? And 3. What gave Steve the idea to teach him something like that? He's a dog! And now I'm going to teach you how to perform Morse code using a standard telephone. I don't know. You'll learn it or you're going back in the bag. But admittingly, this does lead to one funny scene.
They've got us surrounded!
You're okay. Why do you think we got hostages?
One move and the dog gets it! Alright, that's enough! That's enough!
Oh, sweet satisfaction. So Bingo is made a hero and is adopted by the Nerdy Bunch, which Chucky doesn't take well.
Custody thanks to the extraordinary efforts.
Jingo?
Extraordinary efforts.
In the land of San Domingo lived a girl called Oh My Jingo. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So he sends Bingo a letter to maybe get him back. You figure that one out, but it doesn't matter because Bingo has to testify for the recent carjacking. Now this situation would be fine as it's been done before, but the way they go about it makes me shake my head in shame.
Now, can you tell the court where you were during the armored car robbery earlier that day? And I would like to introduce exhibits Q and R that will substantiate that he was at the scene of the crime. True that you were the one who robbed the federal armored car. And didn't you subsequently frame my clients in a clever scheme to earn yourself wealth, respect, and a room of your own? He should be bound over until contrary evidence can be brought forth.
So he's guilty, and rather than go to a dog pound, they send him to prison. Once again, stop one-upping these kind of things. They're not funny.
Well, this looks like my lucky day.
Oh, they're just repeating the escape gag from earlier. Nice. So he befriends Four Eyes here, who even reads him the letter he got from Chucky. But of course, Lenny and Eli show up to cause trouble.
He wants his letter back.
Come get it!
Take a bite of this!
Oh, what the hell? How can they have knives in a prison? Where are the guards, and how come they haven't confiscated their weapons?
Hey! Come on, get back. All right. Who's doing all that barking, huh?
Ugh, can they be even more blind?
Attention! Dr. Evil and his clone are trying to escape. All guards report to cell block A immediately. Dr. Evil and his clone are getting away.
Alright, so eventually he reaches the hotel room where the family was, only to find a hooker. What's that doing in here? I don't know. Who then takes him to a doctor who would give him a nose transplant. Any other reason to pad out this movie aside from gags? Anyway, she gets him on a bus to Green Bay. And somehow Lenny and Eli escaped prison and are hot on his tail.
If word gets out that we let a dog get away with it, we're finished. Humiliated. We are professionals.
Professionals? I've seen more professionalism from Harry and Marv than you two. So Bingo tracks Chucky to his new home, and really? Hal is still going barefoot? But shock of all things, it looks like Chucky moved on and got a new dog, causing Bingo to leave, but oh wait, of course it was just a red herring. Because why would the main character forget? They never do! So what does Bingo do now? He gets a job as a busboy. This isn't Stuart Little! They don't have that privilege in this world! So if you're going by more realistic rules, stop doing these gags! Lenny and Eli set up a fake reward so they can get a lead on Bingo, which gets Chucky's attention. Soon enough, they find Bingo, only to be thwarted by Chucky, who they then decide to kidnap.
I'm losing my patience, boy. He's your dog. Are you gonna tell us where he is?
When my dad gets wind of this, he'll beat the hair off you.
Yeah? Him and who else?
How about the offensive line of the Green Bay Packers?
Kid, you would think to shut up about that sort of thing. It only makes it worse. So now their plan is to hold Chucky ransom so that they can win a bet they have on the Lions by having Hal miss all of his kicks or else they blow up his son. Which is still stupid because the Packers could still score without Hal, making it pointless. Bingo, of course, tries to warn the family by taking Chucky's hat.
Don't be silly. Do you know how many Packer caps there are in this town?
Yeah, this isn't working. So let's just give them his shirt? What the hell? Well, Natalie learns about her son being kidnapped and warns Hal. Can't really keep the seriousness of things though when you're distracting us with something stupid. Even when Bingo goes to confront the two villains, he ends up being tied up as well.
Carry-on size, but with enough wallop to level a city block. And we can activate the timer with a simple garage door opener.
Where did you get those explosives anyway? When did you have time to go shopping for the materials? What, did that warehouse have everything you need? Also, way to turn this into a firehouse, you moron. And to make it worse, the police show up.
Look out! I see it!
While this is going on, Bingo is trying to get Chucky out. But even then, the fire is spreading too fast, so he has to hit the fire alarm. But that means...
What's wrong, boy? Jump! Jump! Jump!
Oh, like you didn't see that coming. Anyway, now we get the worst negotiation ever by a cop.
Make sure Devlin misses this field goal, and we won't toast the kid. I'll think about it.
Think about it? What's to think about?
This is Sheriff Clay from Green Bay. We've got your boy and everything's okay, so go out there and nail this field goal for Chucky.
Give me that.
You bet.
Come on, lady, calm down. A lot of us have money on this game.
You guys are even worse than everyone in Ace Ventura. Why are sports more important than the life of a child? Well, the fire department makes it to our heroes, but now comes a matter of disposing the bomb in case it goes off. Bingo takes the case we know is the bomb, as the sheriff shoots the detonator out of Lenny's hand, which sets off the timer.
Into the playoffs! Ladies and gentlemen, this game is over!
Way to kill the mood, lady. Even Chucky faints, which lands him in the hospital, where every single character we ever interacted with is here, including the bad guys. What the hell? But hey, at least he's reunited with Bingo.
Can I keep him, Dad?
Sure, son. Just as soon as we have him neutered.
My god, this movie was stupid. You know it was made solely for children despite the tagging, because only they would find this entertaining. The characters were one-dimensional and often stereotypical, the acting was mediocre at best, and the gags ranged from lame to disturbing. How this got away as a PG movie is beyond me, because given what the child characters were doing, it's any wonder how this affected those watching it. I don't know about you, but I'd keep away from this one. Unless you want your kids to lose some IQ points, then go ahead, I can't stop you. I'm the Media Hunter, bringing you movies straight from the wild.